Hi everyone, welcome to the reading. This is a pick a card reading for This Message Was Meant to Find You. So if you're here, welcome. Take a second, take a look. We have card pile 1, 2, and 3. So what I'm using today is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle. And then we've got the Enchanted Map Oracle, the Fairy Oracle, and the Crystal Spirit Oracle. And then I'm going to use the Muse Tarot to get a deeper message for you. So take a second, choose whichever card pile resonates for you, and I'll see you in a minute with your messages. Hello, card pile number 1. Let's get into your message, okay? You're here because you've chosen the rhodonite card here, which I will show you. It looks like a beautiful stone. You can see the faces within this. And I am going to read from the book for these. Rhodonite, this card specifically, is a card and a stone about relationships, essentially. The essential meaning in the book here is harmony in relationships, easily connecting with others, generosity, reciprocity, discovering hidden talents to share with others. And the prosperity message for you is that remember that healer you meant to check out, that advisor you said you wanted to contact. Rhodonite Spirit has come to say now's the time to reach out. Connect with someone who can help you mend what has become frayed or even broken so you can ensure your prosperity will flow again. Perhaps it's time you explored some of your hidden talents and revealed them. You are called now to be fearless and generous. Abundant help is available to you, and there is much more you can do to experience wealth. Take a class, learn from an expert in an area where you feel unsure, and soon you will see that you are rich in resources. People will show up with plenty to give. Time, money, guidance, whatever it is you need. Prosperity is your natural state, and in working with others in partnership right now, you'll find it is easier to believe that and manifest whatever it is you value. So I really like that right off the bat, because this not only is a stone for relationships, it's guiding you to become more prosperous in those relationships. But let's get into the other cards here. We've got from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, Resting Tree, Patience, Stillness. I also really like this card because it's definitely a time of taking a break, but it's also just, I'm going to say, patience, right? Well, obviously, patience is there. But it's just kind of a be at peace card. Be patient and make sure that you're taking care of yourself. It's not really a time to like keep planning and everything, the future, but I guess I would say don't stop thinking about it, right? It's just kind of a make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure, I want to say you have the right perspective on things. See, the enchanted map, we have flying, yes. And that's exactly where that feeling was coming from, because the flying card is about taking, like, kind of looking at things from above, making sure you've got a bigger picture than what you're currently looking at, the right perspective, I want to say. And if it's just taking time that you need, then like they're right there. It's almost kind of like an energy that I'm getting is kind of like stop and smell the roses, but also kind of study the roses, if that makes sense. It's just, yeah, like how would you see things if you were, I guess I want to say like a bird from above, right? If you were looking down on everything in your life right now, do you think maybe there's a different path that you would choose, a different method that you would use to accomplish what you've been wanting to accomplish? And I think combined with the Rhodonite card and the sense of relationships and reaching out to people and collaborating with people, it's maybe a sense of, is there someone that you've overlooked? If that makes sense. Let's see. The Fairy Oracle, we have the Fawn. It's a really beautiful card. the fawn is all about natural magic, right? Natural wisdom, natural magic, I can't talk right now. The magic that flows through nature. Um, the magic that flows through all of us, right? Because we are of the earth too. Um, let's see here. It's just, yeah. I think it's just a feeling of like when you stop and when you look at the bigger picture and you see everything that's around you, the people that are around you. It's kind of like things the dots start to connect. Um, I think it's almost like you start seeing people that you've never really taken a good look at before. Um, I want to say people that you maybe haven't felt like it's appropriate to approach, but someone you really want to talk to, someone you feel drawn to, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, I think I need to get into the tarot cards now. Um, but I do really like this so far. What do we have? That's like sound number one. Few cards for you. Okay. I like that this Two of Cups wanted to rest on my hand. Um, Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's interesting so far. It's a very interesting message. Oh. I feel like a lot of you are healing from something with all the cards that have shown here. Five of Cups, Ten of Swords. It almost has like a betrayal kind of feeling, right? Maybe someone dropped you, something ended, and it feels like for good this time. You could be. I'm just going through this. I'm looking here, the major arcanas. You could be dealing with the Pisces, you could be dealing with the Capricorn, or you could have either of those signs yourself, because we do have the Devil and the Moon. And there's so many cups here. It feels more like a water sign, honestly. The energy I'm getting from the Devil is someone that you're tied to, someone that you feel linked to, like deep within. I see like the fawn with the natural magic. It's almost like magic is connecting you. I wonder, for some of you, this could be a twin flame message, but it's almost like something has happened. And each of you are in separation right now. You're probably not even speaking to one another. I keep looking at the flying card as well, and with the moon card, it's definitely when we talk about flying card and needing to see things from a different perspective, trying to find like the bigger picture of things. It's with the moon, it's almost as though you're searching for the things that you don't know. You're trying to work through whatever fears have come, like, is this the end? Are we completely done? That sort of thing. But there's definitely a sense of things that have not yet come to light. And with the Devil card, I'm also getting the sense that you or the other person is trying to make sure that they don't come to light for whatever reason. The resting tree up here is definitely trying to give me a little bit of healing energy, but also just the patience, like waiting for this to come back together. You do have the Six of Wands, which is a card of success, but it's also a card of like seeking attention, seeking someone's attention, wanting to make sure that they see you and they know that you're there, kind of thing. But we do have the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups, as well as the Two of Cups. And I think the Two of Cups, I apologize for hitting the camera. The Two of Cups feels like the card that is giving me the twin flame energy, right? And as often when I use the Muse Tarot and I get the King of Cups, the Muse of Emotions, it's a mirrored energy, right? These two people, they've got their backs turned. They're both drinking from their own cup, but they're in unison, it feels. One thing I'm also noticing here, and this kind of ties in with the Devil card, which is weird, I've never seen this before, is like the water that's coming out of them, it kind of looks like the devil horns, right? It almost looks like the water within them is forming a skull. It's definitely a feeling of two halves of the same whole, but they're not working together, I guess is what I'm getting here. The Knight of Cups, though, someone wants to reach out. I do get that very strongly. Someone wants to speak. Someone wants to bring this back together. I just heard someone wants to offer an olive branch, but I don't think the other person is ready yet. Nine of Cups. There's a lot of hoping and wishing and waiting for this. There is so much emotion here. Seriously, if you're not dealing with the Pisces, this has to be some other water sign. But more than that, there is so much emotion coming out of this right now. I'm getting a deep sense of longing, you guys. Interesting. Ooh. All right, now we're talking. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Okay. You two are linked. I feel it. There's absolutely a link here between you. Strength, you could be dealing with a Leo. Death, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Temperance, you could be dealing with Sagittarius. Five of Wands in the reverse. Did you guys see how this card flew out too, right? Like this was the one that just, bam, right out there. It's like there wants to be an end put to all the arguments and all of the conflict. I'm also getting, like, with all the mirrors on here, it's really giving me the Six of Wands vibes too. Like, look at me, pay attention to me. I'm right here. Because, I mean, I guess in some cases I see these as mirrors, but in this case it feels more like windows, because the background of this card is all like nice orangey pink, and if it were a mirror it would be reflecting the same, but it's not, right? It's not. So it's kind of like looking through a window, trying to find the way forward. With Temperance, it does feel like there wants to be a coming together. Temperance is the alchemy card. It is two things coming together, combining, and forming something entirely new. So I feel like I guess what I'm getting, like, from all of the oracles is just, and especially the crystal spirit here, is just that because this is relationship focused, because this is about your prosperity in relationships, and if this is a twin flame where there's not, the emotions are a little dicey, the situation's a little dicey, like something has happened with the Five of Cups and the Ten of Swords. There's no denying that. It's definitely a feeling of, is this over? Is this ever going to come back together? And with the Death card, it could be, but I feel like instead this relationship is going through a transformation right now. Okay. Maybe the way it was is done, it's dead, but I do have 6 of Pentacles here, 6 of materials, which is a gift from the universe. It is prosperity as well. It's an equal give and take, right? For some of you, the feeling I'm getting from the 6 of materials is just that you felt strung along, like you were given just enough to keep you breadcrumbs, so that like there's just a little bit, and if you keep coming, there'll just be a little bit more, but it wasn't exactly what you needed. And I feel like that's where this 5 of Cups and 10 of Swords came through, is you were done feeling that, right? And I think with the 10 of Swords, maybe you talked about it, maybe you pointed it out to this person and they took it so personally that they just left. But this doesn't feel like the end, is what I'm getting. It really doesn't. I have the Strength card too, and it ties in with this 6 of Pentacles, with the feeling of being breadcrumbed and that not being good enough, where it was more like, look, I know I deserve better. I know I deserve more than what you're giving me. I am worth more than the way you're treating me. And I think that's what gave you the strength to walk away. But I gotta say, this just doesn't feel like the end. It really doesn't. Especially when I keep seeing like the Temperance card here. It's like there wants to be a coming back together, I feel. And actually, now that I'm looking at it here, there are phases of the moon, right? And it's moving across. And at the very end, it looks like a full moon. And behind it is a moth, like on the Death card here. It's almost as though something is going to come to light. This moth almost feels like a messenger, right? And above it all, there's the sun. Like, I apologize, I keep hitting this stupid camera. Something is going to come to light, okay? That's what I'm feeling. Something is going to come to light, and that's going to, well, I don't want to say facilitate the change in the relationship, because I feel like that's already happening. The change is already being facilitated. The Knight of Cups feels like this person coming to you, because with the Strength card here as well, I'm also feeling pride within you. There's a little bit of pride, there's a little bit of ego, there's a feeling of, okay, well, I was just trying to tell you how you were making me feel and you took it the wrong way. So it's not on me to fix this. I was trying and you didn't listen. You took it the wrong way. You fix it yourself. I mean, it does hurt you to have that stance, those emotions. I can't say whether you're justified or not, because I don't know the full situation for all of you. It's likely a little different, but the energy I'm feeling is there's a little pride on one end. And again, take this as it resonates. This could be flipped as well. But either this person's not going to come to you and they're going to force you, or it's the other way around. And you'll know how that best suits your situation. Whoop, goodness. Yeah. Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. There's a sense of someone wanting to come open up and reveal their truth, right? There's a sense of wanting to make things right, but at the moment they're just kind of, the 5 of Swords here, the 5 of Voices, feels like an inner struggle to me. Like they just don't know how to action this. They're stuck in their head. They're trying to talk themselves into this, how they want to do this and everything, but it's just not coming to them. And in the meantime, with the Page of Voices, they're just watching you. They're keeping an eye on you. I think they're asking people about you if you have mutual friends. Just, yeah. That could also be vice versa too, because I'm looking back at the King of Cups with the mirrored energy, where it's just, and the Five of Voices, just the mirrored faces there as well. I feel you miss each other very deeply. I really do. And if it's a twin flame, that makes so much sense as to why you would, right? Twin flames are always connected. They'll be connected through many lifetimes. And they're never truly happy until they've come together. I guess the overall message from this is just to be patient. It's not the end. With the fawn here, the magic is still working. You are linked. You will come together. It's just a matter of when. And the when is different for everyone. You can't really predict it. But I'm feeling that it's coming back. It's in the cocoon right now. It's in the metamorphosis stage. It has not burst forth with the moth to bring you the message. And there, I feel for some of you, there's also a call with the flying card to get like the bigger picture. Maybe understand that even if you were justified in how you said what you said to this person about how they were making you feel, what have you, like whatever the Ten of Swords was, take ownership of the effect that your words have, is what I'm getting. It's possible they didn't come out the way you meant them to. It's possible they were misinterpreted, and that's why the other person took them to heart so badly. But I don't know. I wish I could give a time frame here, but like it's just not. It's not coming through yet. All I know is that the moth is developing in the cocoon. Okay, it doesn't feel like a freshly made cocoon or anything. It does feel like it's almost ready to burst forth, but not there yet. So that's where the patience and the stillness is coming through. Heal whatever is within you that you need to heal, so that when you come back together, you stay together. Okay? Yeah, that's your message. That's what I have for you, card pile number 1. I really hope this helped. If it did, please drop a like down below. That lets me know I've tapped into your energies, which is, as a tarot reader, is very important. I do aim to give the most accurate messages that I can. If you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. And actually, towards the beginning of January 2022, I plan to have love readings for the year 2022. So if you're interested in those, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to be notified. But other than that, take care, and I really hope to see you in the next one. All right, bye. Hello, card pile number 2. You're here because you've chosen the Obsidian card. So I'm just going to read from the book for you here. And the essential meaning of Obsidian is observing the self-reflection, know thyself. Obsidian is also one of those stones that is very good for protection as well. But I'm going to read the prosperity message for you from the book. It says, do you know your patterns? Do you know where your money and efforts go, or is it all a big mystery at the end of the month? Obsidian Spirit's gentle message for you is to stop being afraid of looking at your relationship with money, for you have a serious tendency to underestimate your ability to manage the flow of abundance in your life. To experience the prosperity you deserve, answer the call to heal your old fear-based habits. Fearful frugality and, gee, I hope they love me now, generosity will not serve you on your healing journey. Any discomfort you have in looking at your relationship to finances is simply part of a necessary transition to accepting yourself as you are today, right now, in this moment, and you must accept yourself as you are for healing to take place. Self-awareness is always a good thing, and it will lead you to feeling comfortable and confident in growing your abundance. Okay, so let's see what else we have here for you. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle, we have, you got 2 cards. You have the Rainbow Prince and the Chess Queen. So the Rainbow Prince is compensation and perseverance. The Chess Queen is trust and strategizing. Now the Rainbow Prince in particular is a very good card. when you think of rainbows, often we think of a pot of gold at the end of it, right? Well, the Rainbow Prince is here to deliver that for you. It's compensation for all of the hard work that you've put into everything and the perseverance that you've shown to get as far as you have. So it's just a matter of keeping an eye on the rather shitty things that have kind of come in your life and recognizing that there is a pot of gold at the end of this storm because a rainbow will appear. Okay, now I also want to mention that for some of you, a rainbow is going to be a sign that you should look out for when your abundance shows, specifically because the rest of your reading feels like you need to be kind of in touch with spirit, in touch with your intuition, and that there will be signs coming. Now, the chess queen, trust in strategizing. Like, you do have to make plans, right? You kind of have to plan for the future and everything. But the trust part of this card is trusting that spirit has a path for you. Okay, you have your own path, but Spirit's path is the one that you're supposed to be on. It's your divinely guided path. So you should trust your intuition when it comes to making choices. I get the feeling that some of you are going to be making large choices pretty soon. I'm getting kind of a Two of Swords vibe here. They might be difficult choices. You might feel blindfolded, but it's kind of a call to follow your gut here, because the pull from your intuition is going to be spirit helping you. Okay, so keep an eye out for rainbows and just try to relinquish some control. It's kind of a co-create with spirit energy that I'm getting here. For the enchanted map, yeah, you have the Gentle Gardener, and this is kind of a co-create with spirit card. It's I'm kind of getting tend to the little things here. But it's also it's like a what you think about you bring about kind of card. Like it's not just about gardening in real life, although for some of you it could be, but it's also kind of how you tend to your thoughts, tend to your mind, tend to your emotions, and it's what you think about you bring about sort of thing. So if you believe that there's limitless possibility, if you believe in miracles, it does feel as though your abundance will be there. It's just things that you need to tend to help spirit bring you your abundance, right? As I just hit the Rainbow Prince. So again, I want to say look out for rainbows, especially for those of you who do garden in real life. I know in the Northern Hemisphere, it's not really a good time for gardening unless you have an indoor garden. I don't know about the rest of you, but we got like 6 inches of snow today. So it's not really a good time to garden out there. But if you have like one of those cool hydroponic gardens, or even just a little herb garden on your counter, stuff like little things, like even if you have like sun catchers in your window that reflect rainbows, little things, maybe rainbows where you don't normally see them kind of thing, just something that stands out, right? Or just in a moment where you're feeling maybe kind of beaten down and you see a rainbow, it's just kind of a reminder that all is not lost, right? So we have the fairy for you is make the Myomancer. The one thing that's coming out of this is patience, but as I was saying before, it's also a card of tending to details. It's small clues, it's little messages, right? They aren't going to be just like in your face kind of messages. It might be something that shows in small ways. It's just, yeah. And it's not saying that this reading means that abundance is coming immediately. With the Gentle Gardener, it is kind of a reminder that you do have to tend to some things. Gardening isn't just an overnight thing. You don't plant a seed and the next morning you've got a full-grown plant. I just heard it takes a season. Sometimes it takes two, okay? So I guess if you're looking for a time frame, upwards of 6 to 8 months is what's coming. So do be patient, but do keep an eye out for the little messages, the little things, even if they're small rainbows, right? Like just small things, but make sure you're tending to yourself and the world in a way that's going to foster the growth. Okay. Let's see here. For card pile number 2. And especially with that obsidian card, I am feeling that a lot of you are concerned with your finances at the moment, are concerned with the money that you have and what you're getting for the work that you put in. And as I was saying before, with the obsidian card, obsidian is a good stone for protection as well. So maybe you're looking for financial protection. You're trying to protect the money that you already have. But I guess I also want to say that if things are looking stark right now, if things are looking a little, not so great, obsidian is a protection. Okay, it is protection. So I don't want you to get lost in the feeling that things are going to be this difficult forever. I don't feel like they will be. So let's get you some more cards here. Maybe. Not the deck. Jesus. One of those just hit the floor. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. We're going to try this again. I don't know. I get a little bit of resistance from this deck right now. We did get 2 cards. Yeah. Okay. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So it does feel like you're going through a loss right now. Just like, I don't know if maybe you've had to sink a lot of money into some repairs right now, or maybe you were investing in something tanked. For others, maybe you were expecting an inheritance or something and that didn't come through, or it's being stalled. It feels like something's in delay. 10 of Pentacles is a card I definitely would have preferred to see in the upright. The fact that it's reversed, it does have a bit of like a delay energy to it. And it feels like for the moment with the 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Materials, that you are trying to keep a hold on what it is you already do have. But 4s are also stability, right? And if you look here at the bottom of this card, as I hit the camera, I'm so sorry. There is a camel, and camels are one of the things, one of the animals that can survive a while in a dry environment, right? So I'm feeling that if you're feeling a lack of money, if your bank account is feeling a little dry, there is some sustainability in you to keep going and make it through this, which is a good message. We do also have the 4 of Swords here. So again, 4 is stability, and you've got 2 4s. So I get the feeling things are not as bleak as you kind of think they might be. I know they look bleak. I know things aren't really easy right now, but I guess it's just a reminder of saying it's not going to be like this forever, because 4 of Swords is a card of healing. It's taking time out, is it not? Like, it's you taking care of you, doing what you need to do, especially if you've been feeling very stressed out with your money situation, and I do feel like you have been. We do have the Tower at the bottom of the deck here. That feels like something that is coming, not something that has already happened. Interesting. And 3 cards did come out for that. So I'm going to just put them here and we will go to those. But I do have other cards I want to address first. The first one being this Page of Inspiration, Page of Wands. This feels to me like a brand new idea, something that you're considering. It could be a business opportunity. Maybe you're wanting to start your own business. It feels like it's in the beginning stages of things. It's this cloud here is just like the burst of the idea, right? I'm not sure that you've committed to it yet, but I do feel as though you're thinking about it with this Two of Swords. And that came through earlier, didn't it? When I was talking about your oracle cards, there's a decision you're going to have to make, and it's going to be something that you're going to have to follow your intuition on, follow spirit, because your intuition is spirit. Your intuition is going to guide you through this door successfully, and it through this door. So I hit the camera again. Jeez. Through this door, it kind of feels like a wand's energy in there. It feels bright and creative, like just a burst of fire, which I really like. So it definitely feels like it's involved with this Page of Wands, and this idea that you have. I get the feeling that you're not sure if you have the ability to see it through. And we do also have the Six of Voices, Six of Swords. This is a transition card, a moving on card, leaving behind that which hasn't worked for you. I just heard for some of you it's like an escape card, which is interesting. I actually want to pull on that energy. The Six of Voices here, please. The Emperor, the Wheel. Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's something you've been planning. The Wheel to me is like luck is on your side, but in this case it also feels like a cycle ending. I have the Emperor here, yet another 4. Oh, you see this, the Emperor. He's holding a chess piece, right? He's holding a chess piece. The chess queen. It's the Six of Swords is your get out of jail free card, is what I'm hearing. The uncertainties are going to dissipate, I'm feeling. You're going to find the confidence to move forward. That which you were afraid of, the future that you couldn't predict, things are going to start coming to light. But the Moon is also an intuition card. So you are going to be following your intuition. You are going to be putting some faith in spirit. And what that's going to do, we have Knight of Wands. I'm getting a leveling up feeling because we also have the Queen of Wands. I do get the feeling that whatever this idea is that you want to action, you're going to move in that direction. You're going to move in the fiery direction, the spark, the inspiration, the manifestation, the magic side of things. And it's going to lead you to King of Pentacles. Okay? So it's you improving your own financial situation, you breaking a cycle of lack and, for some of you, habits. Okay? So I really like that. That's wonderful. Now we do also have the Queen of Cups sitting down here as well, which is again another card of intuition. Tapping into your intuition, delving deep into your emotions, listening to your subconscious. So if you haven't already, you will be just tapping into the depths of your mind. I just heard a lot of you need to start paying attention to your dreams as well, because that's where some of your messages are going to be coming through. For some of you, that's how you best get your message from spirit. So it might be a good idea to start something like a dream journal. Yeah. Just looking over this here. I think for some of you, it's going to be very important when it comes to the decision-making process, because it's not just about the decision being made. It's also about the steps you take to begin the journey, right? But at the end of things, the Sun card did come out, which is absolutely beautiful. This is the best card in the deck. This is the happiness. This is the joy. This is the success that you've been looking for. And now, okay, when it comes to the Tower card, this is beautiful, you guys, okay? I do know the Seven of Voices, the Seven of Swords is here, but it's not the lying, cheating, stealing energy that you would normally associate with it. It is the planning, the strategizing, being cunning, being clever, being a survivor of the fox energy, okay? The Seven of Materials, Seven of Pentacles, is the work that you've been putting into this, right? This is the tending to the garden. As you can see, this person is working with roses. So roses could be very important to you. But the Seven of Materials is the work that you put into this, all of the effort, the patience to see it through, the dedication, which is everything that Oracle cards up here have given you. The Gentle Gardener, the Perseverance of the Rainbow Prince. But it's also seeing your harvest come with the Empress. Okay, the Empress is literally a card of abundance, you guys. So it's the message for you here is stick with it. Okay, take the chance on this idea. The Sun is coming, the Empress is coming. Your happiness, your success. It's like right now, you feel like a 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, but by the end of this, you're going to feel upright. You're going to have your abundance. You're going to have your fortune. Okay. What was it I was saying earlier about the time frame? Like it might be 6 to 8 months, because gardening takes seasons, right? It's not an overnight thing. And with the Sun card here, that falls into 6 to 8 months from now for those of you in the northern hemisphere of things, because that's where I am, and it's winter right now. In 6 to 8 months, it's going to be hot, it's going to be sunny, and 8 months from now, since it's the end of December, is August. August is a time of harvest up here. Okay, it's beginnings of harvest. Our Thanksgiving in Canada is in October because it's a celebration of a successful harvest. So it's through like the end of August into September, depending on the weather, of course, right? But that's the thing with the hard work and the dedication, even after all of the storms, when the rainbow comes, okay? And you need the sun to bring a rainbow after a storm. It's the way the light refracts to the moisture in the air, okay? Your pot of gold is at the end of it. So this is a really beautiful reading, you guys. Things feel tight now. I completely understand that. But again, with this Obsidian card, I'm feeling a sense of protection. You're going to have the perseverance and the dedication to see this through, and your abundance is coming. Okay, it is going to take some time. It is going to take some work, but that's okay, because you absolutely are going to crush this. Okay, so that's what I have for you, card pile number 2. I really hope this resonated. If it did, please drop a like down below. That lets me know I've tapped into your energies, which as a tarot reader is very important, because I do try to give the most accurate message possible. I just noticed something here. In the cloud on the page of inspiration, it's a rainbow cloud. The idea is your rainbow. Your pot of gold is at the end of it. Okay. I just saw it. I needed to point it out because it feels very important for those of you who might be doubting the idea and the way you move forward with it. But anyway, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell if you'd like to be notified. For those of you who are interested, I am doing love readings for 2022, coming hopefully in the first couple weeks of January. So, yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Take care and best of luck, you guys. Bye. Hi there, card pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You're here because you've chosen this Spessartine Garnet. And I have to say right off the bat, I'm getting some very interesting energy coming off of this. So we're just going to get right into this. From the book, Spessartine Garnet, the essential meaning is charm, charisma, shining and sparkling, being a brilliant beacon of confidence that inspires others. Now I'm going to read your prosperity message. It says, in ancient times, the sun was revered for its power. In today's Spessartine Garnet spirit brings the message that you are a powerful manifester of abundance, an extraordinary co-creator, but only if you let the real you shine. You are charismatic and dazzling, and when you accept that, opportunities show up, as do people willing to place their faith in you and invest in your ideas and projects. Abundance grows more abundance. Know that you can magnetically attract anything you need, from a small favor to a major contribution, for you to inspire others to believe in you. Shine on. So, and the energy I'm getting off of this is that you don't really believe that at all. I know a lot of you are just like right off the bat, well, that's bullshit, right? And I'm going to say that feeling is bullshit, but let's go. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle. Yeah, see, we have the prison wife, self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. Now, I want you to pay close attention to the word self-sabotage, you guys. Okay, because coming into this message and hearing what that first crystal said and believing that it's bullshit is self-sabotage. And I'm going to prove that to you by reading the message from this card and this book. And I haven't done this for any other card pile, but I feel like for you, it is most important. It says, when the prison waif arrives in his realm as your ally, he comes to remind you of the law of paradoxical intent. Your own self-sabotaging thoughts and hidden beliefs are, in fact, preventing you from your highest good. You might believe that you're doing all you can to manifest your reality, but perhaps you're giving into thoughts such as the following. I can't do this. I'm untrustworthy. I'll fail, so why try? I don't deserve this. I'm unlovable. In fact, you're locked in a prison of your own making. Now, I just have to interrupt this and say, if you know anything about tarot, this is a real Eight of Swords card, okay? So this is what this card is telling you. It says the good news, because that's good news because it means you have the key to let yourself out. It is a sign that you need to spend some time with yourself addressing those beliefs that counter your hard work to get ahead. You can change them if you want to. You don't want to stay in prison, do you? Take inventory of your thoughts, let yourself out of jail, and spend a few minutes outdoors in gratitude. It's time to let the sunshine in. Okay, and with Spessartine Garnet, you could let the sunshine in. Very brightly, very warm, because I get the feeling that a lot of you are keeping yourself in a kind of a cold mindset, especially when you're thinking about yourself. Okay, and now let's move on here. We have the Enchanted Map Oracle, Wishing Well, number 48. I get the feeling that a lot of you are wishing, trying to, how do I want to put this? Trying to manifest riches in some cases, but trying to manifest something, but you're not really co-creating with spirit in this regard. It almost feels as though you're trying to force what you want to come through in the way you want it to come through, and that's just not how it works. Okay. Excuse me. When you toss a coin into the well and you make your wish, it's usually a very general thing. What I'm getting is a lot of you are putting stipulations on what it is that you're wishing for, but then you're also not putting in the work to help make it happen. Okay, like those of you who may want love, you wish for it night and day, but are you actually getting out there and dating? Are you talking to people? Are you meeting anyone? That kind of thing. But it's also just when you make a wish, right? I think it's going to be best if it comes from the book. And again, I haven't done this for any other card pile, but for you guys, it feels very important. I'm getting the reversed energy off of this card. And it says, this is not the time to force anything to happen in your life, especially whatever seems to be eluding you. You can't demand that the universe provide you with what you want. Unmet desires can burst into a destructive fire of obsession. Step back, breathe, and take your attention away from what you want. Ask instead for what you need. Only the unseen knows how to align desire, inspiration, and its manifest form. As the coin disappears into the mystery of the dark pool at the bottom of the well, have faith. Don't engage in wishful thinking. You must co-create with spirit, not make demands. You may get what you want. Never forget that life is filled with choices. Make a wish, but be open to the enchanted way in which spirit fulfills your desire. So it's just a reminder that, like, yeah, you'll get what you want, right? But you can't force it into the package that you want it to be forced into. You can't just be like, it has to be this and no other way. It's not good enough if it's not exactly this, because then you're cheating yourself out of what you want, right? Just because it doesn't look or act or sound like the way that you want it to. Let's see here, the fairies we have. You have Penelope Dreamweaver. Okay, now Penelope is the fairy of inspiration, magical dreams, and visions. Okay, she often comes to people in dreams. It could be daydreams. It could be those moments where you just lose focus and lose attention. There are small messages in these moments. Okay, small messages in inspiration that you weren't really looking for but comes to you anyway. So this is a call to keep an eye out for those moments. And I think for some of you, when you get those messages, they often will have something to do with whatever it is you're wishing for. Okay. Now let's get into the tarot and see, okay, what we have for card pile number 3. Yep. Bottom of the deck, the devil. This to me feels like the self-sabotaging energy that's coming through on the prison wave. Okay, this is a toxic mindset, I want to say. The way that you're speaking to yourself, maybe even the way that you're speaking about others, is not in your highest vibration. Yeah. Okay, we've got the 7 of voices, 7 of swords here. 7 of swords is sometimes to me a card of sabotage as well, but it's also a little bit of like a, I'm going to put that. Self-sabotage, but also when it comes to like lying and cheating, stealing, it's also sometimes the lies that we tell ourselves. Okay, and I do have 3 of swords here, 3 of voices. Something has left you heartbroken. This could be something that you're doing to yourself. It could be something that someone has done to you. With the 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Materials in the reverse, I'm getting the feeling that, how do I want to put this? Some of you may have recently been broken up with. It's left you single, but it's like you don't want to be single. You're resisting it. You're trying to cling to things that you no longer have, which is not really a good energy to stay in. If you were to reverse that energy, be confident and be happy with being single, I feel like it would just open a whole new world for you. Okay. For some of you, I also feel like it's a matter of not being generous or not feeling as though people are being generous with you. This is a very stubborn message I'm getting here. I know I have cards and I keep pulling more cards, but it's almost like the story doesn't want to make itself clear to me. A lot of swords coming out, you guys. A lot of swords. Six of Cups, Six of Emotions at the bottom of the deck. What's coming out here? I do have the Two of Cups, Two of Emotions, and that's part of what's leading me to believe that this is a breakup for some of you, also in conjunction with the Muse of Voices, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Voices, the Nine of Swords. I get the feeling like someone has cut you off or you've cut someone else off. There's a lot of anxiety in regards to this, a lot of depression. There's so much, it feels like, of being caught in your head. I just look back at the Seven of Swords and realize some of you might have been cheated on, actually, which would lead to the Three of Swords. All I can see here, though, is just there's a sense of you just needing to not let it keep you in your head. Okay? I just heard some of you are wishing for this person to come back. I don't believe that's in your best interest, especially when it comes to the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords. Even the King of Swords, honestly. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, it feels like someone could have also been just using you for money. Like they took more than you could give. And what I'm seeing here is right now you do feel stuck with the Hanged Muse. But in this time of feeling stuck, I think it's a moment to see things from a new perspective. Okay? I think it's a moment to pay attention to what Penelope, Dreamweaver, and Spirit are going to be bringing you in terms of messages, because I really don't believe that you're seeing things the way that you need to see them. I think you're going to end up with a new perspective at the end of this, and it's going to make you realize what exactly it was that this person did to you. At the same time, it's also going to bring you into Emperor energy. Okay. I'm just looking here. Yeah. Like stepping back into just being you is what I'm getting. It's like with the Temperance card here. You're going to take what has been given to you, whether you like it or not, and you're going to turn it into something beautiful. Okay? Because Temperance is a card of alchemy. It's also a card of healing and of finding your peace, finding your harmony, but it is a card of alchemy. Okay, it's transforming something, and I get the feeling that you are going to be transforming yourself, picking yourself back up. I do feel like this person left you in a poverty mindset, but also in a self-sabotage mindset. For some of you, I get the feeling that there could have been some manipulation going on, especially with this King of Swords and the Seven of Swords, and we had the Devil come out at the bottom of the deck as well. it feels like there was a lot of gaslighting, a lot of pretty words being spoken that turn out to be lies or ways to manipulate you, right? So I feel like a lot of you are still working through that heartbreak, and this person, if you're in this self-sabotaging mindset and the way the book said, like, why should I try? Why do I bother? It's not going to work. I think what you need to remember is those aren't your words. Those are the words of the person who's hurt you. Okay, those are the words of the person who I don't feel that you're with anymore. I do still feel like there is some love there. There is kind of a desire to come back together, but I just don't see that it's in your best interest. I see that when you move forward with the Chariot and the Eight of Inspiration, the Eight of Wands, I just heard when you find your inner light, when you take back control of your life, when you stop relinquishing control to this person, even if they're not still there, because for a lot of you, I still feel like this person is living rent-free in your head, okay? When you take back control is when you start moving forward, and it's almost just like you've been jump-started. The thing that I'm feeling is right now you could feel as though you're stuck in a snowbank, right? And you're just trying to push yourself out. And it's also like you're digging yourself out of that snow. You're digging out your tires. And then when you find the traction again, you just take off. It's just like you don't feel like you're still rocking the car to get out of that little rut. It feels like you've given it one last really strong push, and then you just go. Okay? And then when you do that, you come into this Eight of Materials, Queen of Materials energy. Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles feels like you putting yourself back together again. It also kind of gives me a feeling of you can conquer the world energy. I know that's not the typical meaning of this card, but with the two of these combined, I'm looking, this woman, this person, she's got 8 arms, okay? And there's also 8 roses in her hands, but there's also one on her head, right? And it's the same color as the one on the Queen. And not to mention, that would lead you to 9 roses of a similar shade, okay? It's like you're writing yourself again. You're putting the work into yourself to bring yourself up to a higher vibration and find yourself, okay? Release yourself from whatever trap this person has set inside your head, okay? And I gotta say, it takes a very strong person to get out of that, which is just fantastic. So if that's you, I am so proud of you, okay? I just want to get one more, like an outcome for you. Yeah. 8 of Cups, you're leaving them behind. You're walking away because they no longer serve you. You're releasing everything inside of you that doesn't serve you. Okay, that's awesome. I do want one more. I don't know why I want one more. I just want one more. I just feel like there's something else for you in here. Yeah. Death card at the bottom of the deck. You're going through your change. You're going through your metamorphosis. You're releasing all that is dead, all that is done, everything that you're through with. And what you're getting is a brand new beginning. Ace of Inspiration, Ace of Wands. You're seeing everything in a whole new way. Okay? So that is very awesome. That's very beautiful for you, card pile number 3. I hope this resonated. If it did, please drop a like down below. That lets me know as a tarot reader I've tapped into your energies, which is very important because I do aim to give you the most accurate message that I can. Hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more. I am going to be uploading love readings for 2022 for each zodiac sign. So if that's something you're interested in and you want to be notified, also hit the bell. And otherwise, Take care, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.